Years ago, when my wife and I decided to go to India to study, it was an amazing experience. We haven't been to India before that time, and so the time when we were asked to go to India, we were full of expectations. We had no idea what to expect. Upon arriving in India, it was such a wonderful experience. The weather was fine at the time when we arrived. The people were so great. The food was fantastic. But my wife, who was not used to the kind of things that I am used to, when we arrived there, my wife just refused to eat for more than a week. In fact, that week that she did not eat, she really wanted to go back home. And every time we wanted to go back home, we were filled with so much of mixed emotions. We knew that God wanted us to be there. We wanted to study and prepare for the gospel ministry. But going into a place that we had no idea how things operate there, it was a total new experience. But there was one thing that really made me feel at home when I arrived in India. Among the first things that you see in India, besides the beautiful food and the amazing people that you would find in India, I saw on every street corner there were people selling coconuts. And today I have here with me a coconut, as you can see. I love coconuts. I loved it when I was growing up. I loved it as I am growing up. And I'm sure even when I grow old, I would still love it. There are certain things that you love until the day you die. As I hold this coconut in my hand today, I want you to see that even though it might appear as just a dry piece of wood or a shrub, it is not really such a thing as one might expect. In fact, if you don't know what a coconut is and you find this on the side of the road, you might be tempted to just kick it as you walk along. My first amazing experience in India was around this coconut. We were living with a family that we shared our accommodation with for a period of 3 months. There was this one morning, I remember it so clearly. We got up early, we had worship, and we had a shower, and I was ready to prepare myself to go to class. And as I began to comb my hair, I took a bottle of oil from one of the shelves, put some in my hand, rubbed it in my hand, and rubbed my hair with this oil. And you guessed it right, it was the coconut oil. As soon as I used the oil in my hair and placed it on the shelf, there was a good friend of ours, a lady, her name was Elsie. And Elsie came and she said, "Paul, can I borrow your coconut oil for a little while?" And I said, "Sure." I thought she was going to use it on her hair as well. But to my amazement, she took the oil, went to her kitchen, turned the stove on, and poured some oil into the frying pan. And you guessed it right, it was an amazing dish that she prepared using coconut oil. It was in India that I discovered that the uses for coconut oil is more than just to make your hair shine and much more than just therapeutic uses. Today, I'm going to share with you some aspects about the coconut that I'm sure many of you may have not known. And if you have known, you may be afraid to share it with others. But today, feel free to join me as we explore this amazing thing for now that God has created. In some countries like the Philippines, the coconut tree is called the tree of life. When I began to do a little research into coconuts, I wanted to find out why. Why is this tree called the tree of life? And I'd like us to explore this a little more. The coconut tree is known to have many uses. In fact, right from its roots to the tips of its leaves, from culinary to non-culinary, in some parts of the world, the coconut tree is known as the tree of life, and we're going to discover why. You might be wondering, why is that so? Allow me to cite a few different parts of the coconuts to illustrate to you its corresponding benefits and uses. To start off with, let's go to its roots. The coconut roots is used as a beverage. It's even used as a dye. It's used as a mouthwash. It's even used as medicine for dysentery. A frayed out piece of the root of a coconut tree can also be used as a toothbrush to brush your teeth. Amazing, isn't it? But that's not all. The trunk of the coconut, because it is so hard and sturdy, it is used for building small bridges. And because of its straightness and its strength, it is used to carry huge amounts of weight and resistance. It is used to make benches. It is used to make tables, frames, toolboxes, tools, among other things. Paper pulp can also be extracted from the trunk of the coconut tree. The coconut branches are strong, and yet they are flexible enough to make a switch, a flexible rod, typically used for corporal punishment in some countries. In fact, the coconut leaves can be woven to create an effective roofing material. It is used to make reed mats. It is used to make protective covering. In fact, coconut leaves are also used to make good quality paper. It is used to make brooms and hats and mats and fruit trays and waste paper baskets, fans, beautiful decos, lampshades. Coconut leaves are used for amazing uses. Dried coconut leaves are sometimes burned to ash and can be harvested as lime. In fact, the coconut fruit itself produces what we call buko. It is used for salads. It is used for desserts. In fact, this buko that we get from the coconut is used for so many delicacies that in many countries people pay a lot of money for. In fact, there are some ice cream that is made from coconut, and because of its delicacy, it is quite an expensive treat that one would have. So as we have seen, coconuts and its tree can be used for various uses. When we get back, we will discover the inside of the coconut and what it is used for. Stay right with us.